Hello, old sport. Absolutely old sport. What about it, old sport?
Morning.
Old sport.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 4 of Morning Old Sport. My name is Mr. Elif, and if you're noticing, this is not Logan sitting here this morning. Logan got hit with a baseball in the face. So, subbing in is Ella and Ian.
Hey
Ian,
guys.
Ella, Ian, welcome to the show. How does it feel to be on the podcast of all podcasts?
It feels amazing, Mr. Elif. Feels great.
I feel really bad because Logan.
Rest in pepperonis, Logan.
Logan has a broken face bone.
Absolutely obliterated.
And you didn't know about it this morning,
No,
right?
I literally came in and Mr. Ellis said, "Did you know that Logan got hit with a baseball?" And I said, "What? Like I thought it was April Fool's. I thought you was kidding." I didn't know.
Yeah. Gracyn texted me last night and said, "Hey, Logan got hit in the face with a baseball." So I wanted to text him. I had a text and I sent it to Gracyn, but I didn't send it. That just said, "Sorry about your face," and that's all it said. But I decided not to do that because it probably wasn't the best time.
You
So-
totally should have done
He
it.
probably would have thought it was funny.
You totally should have
Yeah,
done it.
I did text his mom and tell his mom to make him feel bad that he couldn't be on the podcast this morning, but
Absolutely.
that's about it. So what do y'all want to talk about? Well, I told Ian this morning when we walked in the building, I said, Logan got hit in the face, so that's the bad news. But the good news is that you get to be on the podcast this morning. So whatever you want to talk about, what do you want to talk about, Ian?
That's a really good question. That's like a great question.
Hello, old sport.
Cats,
Okay.
history,
Uh-huh.
and music.
Okay.
Ian always has something to say.
Also
and the
food.
moment,
Food's the
Food.
secret
the
fourth.
moment you put him on camera, he
Yeah.
has nothing to say.
Okay. Elle, what do you want to talk about?
I don't care. I don't. I'm not a good person at coming up.
It
with
is
topics to
Valentine's
talk
Day.
about.
Is there anything
Yes.
Valentine's Day related y'all want to talk about?
Ian, are you in a relationship? Are you talking to anybody?
Quiet.
Excuse me, teachers, for the interruption.
Oh, are you?
I said quiet.
Are you?
Please. Thank you.
No.
We don't need to reveal Ian's.
A gentleman does not kiss and tell.
Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ian.
Okay.
Ian is-
Maybe we should ask Ian for advice on relationships.
Yeah.
You got to figure out the ideal mix of mutual trauma, really.
So that's what makes a good relationship.
Yeah.
Trauma?
See, in my instance, you have the depressed writer who sees very little value in living himself, but tends to go out of his way to help things, mostly animals and cats. And then you have the artist with zero self-confidence, whom the writer is constantly, like, gassing up, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
He's like, in spite of me being having chronic depression, I have, like, an ungodly amount of confidence.
So
Like, self-deprecating confidence.
it's good.
I'm aware I'm not the most, ideal human, but I still, I keep going.
It's good.
Nothing can kill me. I'm God.
Ian is God.
You heard it here first, folks.
Ian is God. He is turquoise.
I am turquoise.
Oh yeah, we could go into.
Oh yeah, we could.
Oh,
But
God.
I don't think I have enough time to. We'll talk spiral dynamics another day. Let me think. Who's getting flowers?
Somebody's getting a Valentine.
Hi.
Oh.
Who's it for?
Oh no, it's the menu.
Oh.
Oh,
Ah,
thank you.
yes.
Ooh,
the menu.
caramelized coffee.
Caffeinated Aggie.
Let me think. Ian, what's your topic that you wanted to bring to the table this morning? The bias of music.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about
I
it.
just think it's interesting because, like, okay, a lot of people seem to think that metal is, like, kind of trashy, if that makes any sense. Like,
Yes.
it's not very complicated, or it's just a lot of brutish screaming.
Yes.
But, like, there's a lot more effort that goes into it than I'd say, like, modern pop music, which is, like, the same 4 notes in a blender.
So you're saying that you're talking about people's judgment of music based strictly on,
Yeah.
like what would be the word, like the cookie cutter stereotypes of it?
Yeah, like, with metal, there's so much to it that goes unappreciated by most people, and it's just such a beautiful genre if you learn to appreciate, like, the intricacies of it.
Okay. Have you ever listened to metal music before?
No. I mean, I have, but haven't really.
Like, I
It's not really
understand
my
it's not
type
for
of music.
everybody.
Yeah.
But, like, if you are the right type of person, like, there's little that can bring you more joy than listening to a good song that speaks to you.
So I grew up in high school when like the metal. So when you say metal, what do you mean by metal? Because I have an interpretation of the word metal, but
Yeah,
that
me
may not
too.
be your.
I kind of try and look at it as like the whole umbrella. Like there's certain types of metal I'm not a big fan of, but I still listen to it all at the very least. Like get a better understanding of the scene as a whole. But like personally, I like death metal the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I grew up on like metalcore,
Yeah.
which is like you may know some of these bands, but like Winds of Plague,
I
or
actually haven't heard of them before.
there was a band here in town or in Birmingham that was called Maylene and the Sons of Disaster, and they were
What
like a
is it?
southern rock metal band.
Oh yeah.
But you're talking probably more like people speaking other languages and like
Okay, not all of them are foreign, just most of them.
Hello, old sport.
now joining on the podcast, we just took a commercial break. Joining us now on the podcast is Gracyn and Emma.
But like,
What we've talked about so far is that Logan got hit in the face with a baseball.
Rip Bozo.
Ian has a secret girlfriend that he won't tell us about.
what?
And the key to a good relationship is shared trauma. And now we're talking about how people have biases of music, and Ian's enlightening us about metal.
Because I love metal.
So what was the last thing you said? Because I don't remember where we stopped.
You asked me like what my favorite bands are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever listened to them. Yeah, no.
Okay, so my favorite bands, there's one that I can't really name around here. So I've just taken to calling it, what was it? Decomposing Religious Figure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sabaton, it's really good. It's all about history. You can see how I might enjoy that.
Okay. So you like metal, right?
Exactly.
What
yeah.
can you do to convince us plebes that have no insight into metal? What would it take for somebody to get rid of their bias, and how could you convince us to start listening to metal music? What would be like the taste breaker that we would need to get into the world of metal?
I have something to say. I don't think it's the mic. I don't think it's about like bias. I think it's just about taste. Like I would never, even if like somebody was like telling me all the good stuff about it, I would never listen to it.
So what does it take
Not
to
in a bad
break
way.
somebody's taste into the world of metal?
Well, it's also like, how do you have you ever thought about this? Like, how do you listen to a song and be like, oh, I liked it? Like, it's crazy how there's different genres of music and how some people love one genre and hate the other. Like, what makes my brain be like, oh my gosh, I love Zach Bryan, but maybe Ian's brain is gonna be like, oh my gosh, Zach Bryan is the worst. Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't even know who
I
Zach
guess
Bryan
it might
is.
be just different
Yeah.
cultures and just different brain stimulations.
I feel like I listen to everything. Like I listen to metal, I listen to hard rock, I listen
You
to
do listen
rap,
to everything.
I listen to
you don't
indie.
really listen to much country music though. I mean,
I
maybe
listen to some, but not all of it. I listen to old country sometimes.
Any appreciation I had for country music was ruined. In Georgia, they had like radios in the bus, and every day it would be like hyper-religious country music the entire ride to school.
I think, though, that in the world we live in today, genres have become so many different things, I guess. Like, they all start blending together to where there's so many subgenres that you could almost find music that you don't think you would ever like somehow becoming a thing. Like, I'm trying to think of an example of, like, you know, country and metal, that, like, band that I was talking about, Maylene and the Sons of Disaster. Or
Like Electric Callboy, they're a German band that mixes like pop and metal.
okay.
Hyper, hyper, you pretty alive, yeah.
She wasn't here this morning.
All these anagrams and all these
Sorry for the frequent interruptions, everybody.
breaths.
It's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of Valentine's, my mama surprised me with flowers this morning.
No, I literally walk into the room to sign out. All I see, this big old vase of flowers, like 3 different boxes of chocolate that say Emma. And I
Actually,
thought
I
it was
think-
from her boyfriend, and I literally was sitting there like, great.
Somebody got a flower over there. I
Yeah.
just haven't passed them to y'all yet.
Oh,
Gracyn, you've got like
You
2,
didn't
3.
got one from
Oh yeah, he left a really sweet note though. It was really nice.
Yeah,
That's
right.
okay, that makes my life a little less.
Logan left me three red roses.
Oh, Logan's supposed to be getting 3 red roses from Kelsey today.
I would have given you all one, but I am
He
poor.
sent me a picture of it.
Let me see.
Let me see.
Rip Bozo. Ouch.
My gosh.
Poor thing. I feel terrible for him.
So, do y'all want to talk about music, or do y'all want to talk about?
I got something to talk about.
Okay, go.
Did we just talk about anything and
Anything? Yes.
Well, this
We
morning.
usually have a plan. We were gonna listen to the 1975 today, but
After he
But
got taken out.
Logan got
Sure.
doinked, so we're not.
Logan got doinked.
Doink.
So
Okay.
so now it's just kind of a free for all.
Okay.
What's your topic?
So, as you can tell, I obviously have on scrubs. I go to the hospital and intern, and right now I'm in labor and delivery, and we had a little C-section this morning. And when little, it's not actually little. This baby was 10 pounds. He was huge. He's like a little sumo wrestler. But y'all, I literally got teary-eyed, and okay, I want you all to imagine, because you have been on this side of it, but we have not yet. And just like imagine being the baby, like someone's first person that they see. Like when we think about it, that baby's gonna be our age, and when they think about, oh, well, this was my doctor when I was born, it's gonna be like, I was there. I was the first person that baby was with. I saw him. Like I was the first person he peed on. Like it's,
Oh, you got
yes,
peed on
yes,
this morning?
Yes.
So
And
you got to see the baby before
Savory.
anybody else did?
it was insane. It was literally like the most surreal moment. And as soon as he came out, he was all arms open, and it was just like, it's such an amazing experience. And it's like one that I wish everyone could enjoy or everyone would want to see, but everyone's different. But it's just like, if you think about it, the mindset of like, oh my gosh, that baby has a whole life in front of itself. And he has no idea who I am, but to me, that's like the first baby I ever saw born. I saw the whole process of him bringing a new life into the world.
Well, you saw more than I did. When my wife was given labor, they had like the plastic sheet, and so I had from the dude's perspective, the husband or father's perspective. What happens is you sit in a room by yourself for 10 minutes, and they hand you scrubs, and they say, "Okay, Dad, go put these on," and then you just have to stare at yourself in the mirror for. It was literally me in a quiet room. They gave myself the epidural, and then they wheeled her back there, and they're like, "Here's these scrubs," and then I'm just sitting there staring in silence for 10 minutes waiting, and then they walk you down this hallway, and they shield you so you don't see your wife or your baby mama or whoever's body cut open into 8 layers, and so it was a very just like sporadic experience.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to be the first person that my kids saw. I'd never thought about that, though, that doctors are really the first people that people see when they're born.
And like even the dad though, he didn't get to cut the first umbilical cord, but he got to cut the umbilical cord
Okay.
again. And he was like, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I do it. And we both were like, no, you're going to want to do it. Like,
Yeah.
come on. And so we cut it, and he was just like, you see, just like being able to see somebody's whole life just get changed and like light up. Like you could tell, like he was like, oh my God,
Oh, yeah.
this is my child. Like, and he's had like, I think 3 kids before that.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just see like that joy still there. It's just like, oh, this is my whole life. This is my world.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that feeling of just being able to see that is just precious. And not to mention he's born on Valentine's. Like,
Oh my gosh, that's
literally
right.
just
Oh.
adorable. I
So
know.
much love.
Y'all
Yeah.
want to know what I saw today?
What'd you see?
I saw I was having an elderly patient take a shower, and during the shower, the patient just started having a bowel movement in the shower.
So kind of the same thing that Emma was dealing with, but you start off not knowing how to pee and control your bowels, and you end your life not knowing how to control your bowels. So
And
Yeah.
he just let it out.
But you know what? It's like a full circle moment. Like working at the hospital, you see a baby's first day, and then you see someone's like last day. Like
Rip
that's just
Bozo.
what?
Rip Bozo.
Logan.
Well, no. Well, Logan and the dead people.
Oh.
You're welcome.
people, yeah, It is weird to think about it that people are born and people die. I mean,
All in the same
if
place.
we're on the topic of birth, so humans give birth. It's a painful experience. Sometimes you have to get cut open. Have you ever heard of a kiwi? The bird?
yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the fruit.
I mean,
Oh no, it's also a type of bird.
Oh, I don't think so.
Have you ever seen a picture of like the body of a kiwi compared to the size of the egg it lays?
no.
So kiwis are in the same like species of bird as like ostriches and stuff, like the same like area, right?
Okay.
But they're like way smaller, except their eggs aren't smaller.
How big are the eggs?
Roughly the size of the kiwi.
Wait, so we're talking about birds right now.
Yeah.
So you're talking
I'm
about
lost.
basically in layman's terms, little bird take big poo poo, big egg.
I just think it's
Big egg
funny.
of little bird.
Yeah.
I just think it's really funny, you know, like I'm not trying to downplay the difficulties of being a human mother, but some species have it so much
Of
worse.
course, Ian would relate human birth to a kiwi.
To a tiny bird.
I mean, objectively, so some animals are as intelligent as humans and can experience the whole range of emotions. Not birds. Birds are kind of dumb, but like, you're kind of downplaying the intelligence of humanity.
You just offended a bird.
I don't
Birds.
think I've ever
Birds are
been
cool.
more so lost.
I'm confused too. I don't.
Like, elephants experience like the same range of emotions as humans. If you're like,
I'd kill to be an elephant.
I am an elephant. Ella.
I'm just saying, like, you want to get hunted?
Let's do that.
Bribery?
Let's go around the room.
It's kind of funny.
Name which animal. If you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why?
Oh my god.
Oh my
Domestic cat.
I'll tell you right now. Raccoon?
I knew it.
A raccoon?
Yes.
I would be a dog because I know that's basic,
Are we
but
off, like what we
dog in her-
want to be, or like what we think we would be?
anyways,
What you want to be?
I would want to be a dog because they are always well taken care of. Well, in most households, like a dog of a rich family, you know, and like sleeping
What kind of dog?
like a golden retriever.
She wants
Okay.
a pot of collar. That's what
Yeah, or like no, like
A
a
Labradoodle?
like a Yorkie, or like a little French bulldog.
Supposed to be one of them little yippy dogs.
Not a yippy dog, but I just want to be a cute little couch dog that is very loved for.
Like I said, like, as for what I'd want to be, I'd say domestic cat. Because, like, you just get to sit around
Long hair
in the
or
sun
short
all
hair?
day. I'd probably say short hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably be a long hair, but I'd prefer to be a short hair. As for, like,
Ian's like one of those mop dogs.
alternative option, I'd want to be a rat.
A rat?
And I'd want to cause, like, a house fire by biting onto somebody's wires. Go down in a blaze of glory.
So basically, you want to commit rat arson?
Like, all I'm saying is,
Rat arson.
rats, their lives are so short compared to most species.
I kind of want to commit.
I want to go down in a blaze of glory. I want to, you know, wait, no, there's a rat. He broke into an ATM, ate like $70,000, and then died. I want to be that rat.
I want to be that rat.
Ian would be the rat off Ratatouille.
They'd be cooking.
I'd be the fat one.
Actually,
I'm not saying you're fat. I'm just saying the big rat.
so this is a complete this is a slight tangent. I'm going to ignore how I just got called the fat rat from Ratatouille. But okay.
What's his name?
It's okay. In high school, I got called Rat Boy all the time.
Nice. Okay, so here's this game I play, Space Station 13, right? I've talked about it before.
Yes.
One time a player got given the opportunity to be brought back into the round is a rat that had the ability to cook named Remy. And it was adorable. She is looking up a photo of the fat rat for those that can't see.
What's his name?
And I think, yeah, I can kind of see it. Anywho, this is just an example of what people do on the internet when they have the opportunity to do anything they want. Remy the rat, he started a, and I quote, cooking with a delicacy he hasn't seen in quite a long time. Human flesh.
Oh my god.
Because of course it did.
The rat's name is
Okay,
Git.
go. We got 2 minutes. So
Okay.
Emma, come around. Tell us what you want to be and why.
I want to be a raccoon because although people think that they're mean, they protect themselves because that's their whole deal is that they're all alone, but they're not all alone because they have little families. And then they like go in the trash. So technically they're like trash pandas, but they're like 10 times cuter. But they can protect themselves, and they have little hands that they can like grab stuff. But they always want their food wet, so they always try to wet it. And
Let me tell you why I can't get on this. I used to live behind McDonald's, and there was a family of raccoons that would come into my backyard every single night. There's a video of Miss Elif trying to shake hands with it one time. So then that was fine. Raccoons were fine, but then the raccoons brought possums into the backyard.
See,
And-
possums are fine. They can die.
Yeah, I had to kill it with a shovel. I beat it over the head with a shovel. The possum. And what happened is I tried to hit the raccoon or the possum with the blunt or with the big end of the shovel, and it broke. So then I had to beat it just with the stick side of the shovel and
You
beat
know what?
it.
That's fine. They can die.
I
They're
do like
mean.
raccoons. I do like raccoons though.
Possums are disgusting little raggly things.
exactly what I
But raccoons are fluffy. They're just like sweet looking. I don't know.
Okay, we gotta hurry. Grayson, what would you be?
Just not sweet looking. I would 100%, without a doubt, be a giraffe.
Oh, fun fact.
So would be a giraffe.
Fun
Like, it's
fact
not
about
even funny.
giraffes. Giraffes give birth standing.
Are you
You come into the world and you free fall out.
Do you feel like you've never been tall, so you want to be tall?
Yeah, I mean, might as well switch it up. Why am I gonna be something? Exactly, and I already have a long neck,
so
so I feel like it'd be fitting.
Would you still be a female giraffe, or would you be a male giraffe? Female giraffes, they get assaulted by male giraffes until they urinate.
Until they urinate.
Until they urinate, and then the male giraffe will sniff it to tell if they're ovulating, and consent is not a matter.
What would I be? I don't know. What do y'all think? A sloth?
Oh, sloths! Don't get me started on sloths. You know, sloths actually move 3 times faster in water.
100% rat.
Cheetahs,
Roadrunner.
cheetahs suck.
Yes.
It's like
Tasmanian
species.
devil.
Oh my, those are real.
Yes, Tasmanian devils.
Yes.
They were almost hunted to extinction though. Actually, they might be extinct. I
Wolf.
can't remember.
I would be a wolf.
An armadillo.
Oh, fun fact about wolves: they've actually started forming alliances with ravens.
You would be an armadillo.
Like a butterfly or something, like a bird.
Hey, like
bird?
I need to go to my next class. So
Okay,
like,
yeah, everybody go.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching. This has been episode 4. Random Rambling.
Bye. Yeah,
This
love you,
episode is
Logan.
dedicated to Logan.
Because he got doinked.
Okay, see you next time. Bye.